Hey, Scott Lara, thecruisegenius.com. This video brought to you by Dr. Pepper. No, this video brought to you by gigsky.com. If you're concerned about a high cell phone bill, when you come home from your cruise or when you come home from your bucket list trip to Greece, gigsky.com is the answer. Check them out. Go to gigsky.com. You'll see all the details. You will then know that GigSky is a data plan that uses your built-in eSIM in your phone so that you can go ahead and have a data plan and not worry about the roaming or high charges. Check them out, gigsky.com. Then email me, slara1961@gmail.com for a super secret promo code and for a link to get 10% off your GigSky plan. So what's going on in cruising here? Friday, September 16th, 2024. Number one, you've all read about it. You've seen it on Entertainment Tonight. The brawl on the Carnival Vista. We all know it. Carnival Vista's been having a problem with its propulsion for quite a long time. And now the people on the ship finally just got fed up enough where they were vocal about it. And so, do I condone it? Do I think that's right? No. Do I think the Carnival needs to fix the Vista? Yes. So you've seen it on TV. You see in the video. It's a shame that that happens. Let's move on to hurricane season. Do you remember at the beginning of hurricane season, death, destruction, 700 named storms, El Nino, the climate change, the water. Well, fortunately, hurricane season has been pretty mild. Now, we all know if we watched the Weather Channel or your local meteorologist that we're coming up on the peak of hurricane season here in September. Well, that's true. However, I was on the Scarlet Lady in November of last year, and we were hitting 15, 18-foot waves, and we were hitting 35, 40 mile an hour winds. So even the end of November, it was not pleasant. Fortunately, I'm a U.S. Navy veteran, so I'm cool with it. But I mean, I think a lot of the people on the Scarlet Lady weren't happy that I think we missed Key West. And but anyway, the point of the matter is, I think all of us, and I know speaking for myself, I'm very thankful that this year hurricane season has been relatively mild. And I know there's been some things going on, I get it. But at least here on September 6th, I looked at the National Hurricane Center website, and it's looking calm for right now. But we all know something could pop up out of the blue, right off the coast of Nassau, or right off the coast of whatever, and we could have a storm. So again, I'm thankful that everything, at least right now, is okay. And for those of us who are sailing on the Celebrity Reflection on September 16th, it's looking good. I got a friend that's going on the Glory, Carnival Glory on September 15th, and that's looking good. So let's talk about hurricane season, because one of the number one questions I'm asked is, Scott, when's the best time to cruise? And that's a hard question to answer. You know, if you're a family, like with my wife, myself, my son-in-law, my daughter, and my two grandsons, August was good. It was fine. There was no problem with the. Actually, there was. I better shut up. We couldn't go to Ocean Cay. I'll leave it at that. I got a lot of negative comments on that video. We weren't able to go to Ocean Cay, but the seas were calm. Everything was fine. We weren't hitting heavy seas. We weren't hitting heavy winds, so we weren't like bouncing around. But anyway. Let me pivot off of that real quick. When you cruise during hurricane season, okay, it's going to be cheaper than high season, right? Like, when the kids are out of school. The accountants on the 9th floor of these Miami headquarters know, believe me, they know. They know if the cruise made money, if they lost money, they know. They've got it down to a science. What I'm saying is that cruising during hurricane season is less expensive. Chances are there are fewer kids on the ship during hurricane season. Like, kids go back to school, whatever, mid-August now, I guess. And they're in school till like, Thanksgiving. So fewer people, which means it should be less. Well, Now you got so many more cruise ships, you got so many more people cruising. Cruise line prices, the prices for cruises are higher than they were pre-COVID. But again, and I'm not faulting the cruise lines. They've got to recoup the billions of dollars they lost during COVID, right? So Royal Caribbean has, like 3 more Icon ships, and those are huge ships, like 5,000-6,000 people. Carnival's building bigger ships. So there's more inventory, there's more beds they got to fill. And so that means more competition, which I think is very good. I had a video, I think I did yesterday, talking about the different cruise lines where you have Holland America and Celebrity that are kind of, the 40 plus demographic. You have NCL, Carnival, MSC, that are like, for families, couples. And then of course you got Virgin Voyages, which is couples, adults only, no tipping, no gratuities. And I was just reading that Sir Richard Branson and Boy George are on a Virgin Voyages cruise right now over in Europe. So what I'm saying is, cruising continues to be a great vacation option. It's affordable, it's fun, it's great for everybody. It's great for couples, great for solo, great for LGBTQ, bachelor party, bachelorette party, grandparents taking their grandkids. It's really a great vacation option. And I will say this, I know a couple that took their kids to Key Largo over the Labor Day weekend, and there were extra costs. It was not an all-inclusive resort down there in Key Largo, not like Palladium or not like Sandals. Those are all-inclusive resorts. The food, the drink, the entertainment, it's truly all-inclusive at Palladium and Sandals. But an all-inclusive resort in the U.S., you may have your room, you may have a little bike you can ride around, you may have the beach, but for food and alcohol, that's going to be an extra cost. And especially if you got 3 or 4 or 5 kids, it's going to be very expensive. If you got like a 15-year-old boy who's going to eat everything in sight, you're going to be paying a lot of money to feed the kids. And of course, entertainment, if you're going to do something, maybe go out on a catamaran or do something, it's going to cost you some money. So the point I'm trying to say is that cruising is a great vacation option.